Hello and welcome to a Not So Awesome review. And today we're looking at Middlewest by Skottie Young and George Corona, which it's surprising to me anyway. I don't know. Skottie Young to me has always just been those really cool baby covers. You guys know what I'm talking about, like the AVX babies and all that stuff. That's what Skottie Young's always been to me. Here, he's actually the writer of this comic book, which I'm surprised at. I mean, obviously, looking at the cover, you can tell it's not him who's drawing it. You know his style, you know his style. And I gotta say, it came out really good. Now, I haven't read anything of his aside from like X Baby stuff, which I'm pretty sure he writes. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure he's done other work. I've never actually looked into him too much, but this comic book surprised me a little bit. It's very, very different. Don't expect, how do I even put this? Don't expect reality. Don't expect something not out of the ordinary in this comic book because it is very out there in a certain way. It's like subtle, but it isn't subtle at the same time because the way it's written, the way things happen, and some things are introduced, it almost feels like it's normal in a way. Now, the beginning of the book is actually pretty cool. It reminds me of a little storybook. We get to see the main character narrating what's going on. We see this giant, weird, crazy looking tornado thing, and he's kind of afraid of the wind in the Midwest and everything. I'm saying Midwest. I know it's the Middle West, but I mean, it's how I'm used to saying Midwest. But yeah, you get to see this like giant splash page with this tornado and the kid, and he's all terrified of this. And then he wakes up, and it's because his dad's yelling at him, and the dad, throughout the entire comic book, is not a nice person at all. He is horrible. We get to learn a little bit of backstory on why he's such a horrible person near the end of the book, but it's still really no excuse. He is straight up just a bad person, and I don't know. It's very strange. Now, the reason I'm saying it gets very strange is because, okay, so the kid wakes up from sleeping. The dad wakes him up. He's yelling at him because he missed his paper route. You know, the kid kind of he tells him like, okay, this is the first time or the second time I should say in 5 years that it's happened. It's the only time his dad notices when this stuff happens. The dad is just a real big, you know what, to his kid here. But the point here is that the kid overslept during his paper route, and it's funny because when he does go and try to make things right, even the neighbors are kind of really mean about it. They're like, you know, yelling at him, mad that their newspaper is late. If it is the first time in 5 years or the second time in 5 years, however you want to put it, that it's happened, you would think that you wouldn't be so mad, especially if it's one kid delivering the newspapers to a small town. You would think, oh, I'm not going to be so angry if he missed like one this year in the last 2 years, 3 years, however long it was since his last time. So it just kind of shows that the people in the city aren't the greatest. Still, we do get to meet a store clerk, which is really nice. It's actually a really nice guy to them. We meet some of his friends, which aren't the best influence. At first I thought they were going to be bullies because of the way they were drawn, the way they looked. They looked like they would be your typical bullies, but they ended up being his friends and kind of nerdy in a way where they were going to play some game. And I think it's more of like a Dungeons and Dragons type game than a video game. At least that's what it looked like or sounded like until they said strategy guide. Though I guess those can have strategy guides too. I don't know. Either way, you can tell like what kind of crowd he hangs out with and stuff, which is relatable at least to somebody like me. So that was pretty cool. The things that get really out there. Now I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but the ending gets really way out there. I'm gonna say that right now. Like it goes. I can't even say it goes from normal to fantasy because it just goes to fantasy like a few pages in when we see the kid walk outside and there's this fox talking to him. There is a fox character talking to him, egging him on, kind of making fun of him a little bit, but you can tell they're friends because he does come in at the end to try to help him. He's a cool character. It's just so random that they're just having this conversation out of nowhere. This kid and this fox are just talking, and it is completely normal. We're not giving an explanation. We don't know, like, why is this fox talking? Why are you guys talking like you've known each other for years? Does everybody know that the fox talks? Is this a normal thing? I don't know, but it was so out there and crazy, and I actually really liked it. The writing in it was really good. Like I said, the beginning couple of pages felt more like a storybook than anything. Then we get to the dialogue, and the dialogue was definitely done really well. You can definitely see the father's anger in it. You can see the kid kind of struggling with wanting to do the right thing and maybe not just doing it exactly the right way he should be doing it, you know, kind of getting influenced by his friends. The old man clerk near the end of the book was actually a really cool character. He seemed really nice and stuff. And then we get to the ending, which I'll talk about in a second in the spoiler section. But that ending definitely, it it makes you want to read more. The whole book makes you want to read more. The writing, like I said, was done good. The art style, I think, was really good. It fits the story. I don't really have much to say about it. I mean, it's a different art style than I'm used to, and I like it. It's good. It's good. It looks good. We get a good amount of detail. We get, just what we need in the book for it to be told the right way. The art actually, with the tornado thing, the splash page in the beginning, that kind of just sold me right away. I mean, the cover here alone looks amazing. You can kind of see the tornado thing right there. And yeah, it's interesting. We do get a little bit of a kind of letter in the back by Skottie Young talking about how he got the idea for this comic book and stuff. It being about a little kid telling this old man who's dressed in overalls and stuff, saying, "You don't look like a wizard." And I guess that's where he got the idea. So I'm assuming there's going to be a wizard involved somewhere. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's how it was at the end. That's what makes me think it's going to be coming soon. Either way, good book. There are some sketch art in the back if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, definitely would recommend it. The guy at the comic book shop said that this book was actually doing really well. I didn't pick it up myself. This isn't my copy, unfortunately. It is my friend's. He let me, I wouldn't say let me borrow it. I mean, he kind of let me borrow it, but he basically left all his stuff with me because he had to go do something. So yeah, I'm taking advantage and reading it, which I know he's cool with because he basically said to go ahead and do it. So yeah, Middlewest. I keep on saying Midwest, but yeah, Middlewest. Definitely a good book. Definitely worth checking out if you're into a more modern contemporary fantasy type setting. With good writing, little kid character, not super little. I want to say it has to be between like 11, 12. I can't imagine he's a teenager just by the way he's drawn, but I could be wrong. It's definitely, like I said, expect crazy stuff, but yeah, would highly recommend it. Now, getting into some spoilers really quick. It was just so random when the fox started talking to him because it happened out of nowhere. They're just talking all normal and stuff. Like it's so weird. But that's not even a spoiler. I already mentioned it. The real spoiler here is one. I wasn't expecting the shoplifting at all with the other friends and stuff. Like I had a feeling that like they weren't a good influence just because the way one of them is drawn like a typical bully. But then they're talking like normal and stuff. But then it's like, oh, let's shoplift, and they get caught almost right away, which I guess is good because they didn't actually steal. And like I said, the old man clerk is so nice that he just calls their parents, and the only one that's really getting in trouble is our main character. And the dad is just such a jerk to him. I mean, okay, I understand the shoplifting part and being mad at him for that, but the waking up, like throwing the alarm clock across the room and everything because he missed his paper route was kind of crazy. The talking back to him thing near the end where he gets really mad and calls him the F word. Like, that was crazy. The way the dad yells at him because, like, oh, you're the reason the mom left. Like, you could tell that the kid's not the reason the mom left. The dad is 100% the reason the mom left. And it's just sad that she didn't take the kid with him because, wow, like, Skottie Young did a great job at writing that character because you could feel the anger on that guy. Like, he is definitely, there was like no moment in any of his dialogue where you thought, okay, maybe he's a nice guy, maybe he cares about his son. No, he was just a jerk from the beginning to the end. And then the crazy part is when he turns into a freaking tornado. I don't even know what to think about that. He literally turns into the tornado from the beginning, from his dream, and destroys like their trailer and everything, and the kid runs off on the train with the fox, and that weird little thing, he does hit him and his chest is glowing, and I have no idea what's going on, but I love it for some reason because it is just so out there. It is so random. It is good. It's good. I like it. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, let me know your thoughts if you read it. If you didn't read it, I guess sorry if you stayed to the spoilers and you wanted to read it. I don't know. It's your choice. Either way, good book. Again, highly recommend. Definitely going to see, though I highly doubt if they have a copy that I can pick up for myself. Probably maybe tomorrow or something. It is Thursday. It is Thanksgiving. So I guess happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, that's my review for this book. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. I'm going to be trying to do more comic book reviews on Wednesdays. We'll see how that goes. I feel like there's an annoying echo coming from my guitar. I need to figure that out. Hopefully this is all coming together pretty good. It's been a while since I've done a comic book review. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all later. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.